Hello all, and welcome to the welcome free roll that I've been playing. It's the final table. So if you've watched my previous videos, I'm currently doing a £0 to £1,000 challenge, and I've signed up to UniBet and I've got £10 free, no deposit bonus. So I haven't put any card details in or anything, which I'm doing well at. I'm currently on day 5. In addition to that, you get some welcome free roll tickets. So I've got 4 tickets, and this is one of them. It's a €500 welcome free roll. I'll just show you it here. So I've been playing for 2.5 hours so far, and I'm currently on the final table. I'm 5th out of 8th, and top prize is €122. So it's not bad. The worst I can do is €12, and that's not bad to say that this has all been for free. Like I said before, I haven't deposited anything, and I've just been using this ticket. So obviously I have been running quite well. However, because it's a new player free roll, you only get these tickets if you are a new player to UniBet. There are a lot of fairly easy players who maybe aren't as experienced as some players. So there was quite a few spots where I was getting my money in well ahead. I've been playing well, and I'm currently on the final table. So let's just see how it goes. I'm hopefully going to take down the €122 for top prize, and that'll be a very good boost to the challenge. So as you can see, one player's already gone out, so we're now 8-handed, and I've got 10-6. I'm going to be playing fairly nitty. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of these players aren't very experienced, so therefore I'm just going to be playing my as I say, I've been playing in the cash games. I'm just going to be playing I'm just going to be playing my top hands. I'm going to be playing them well, and I'm going to be betting them big and for value. So it's been quite a fast-paced structure. There was about 611 runners to begin with, and in 2.5 hours we've now got down to the final table. So it's a fast structure, but I think that's good to say it's a free roll. That's a good structure, I think, to have. So what we're going to try and do is sort of just let other people get the money in now, and just sort of pick up money where we can. And obviously, if we get a good hand, we're going to be getting it in, but not taking too many silly risks. We're just going to try and sort of ladder up, really. Now, I wouldn't usually say to ladder, but in this game, a lot of people probably want to be flipping. A lot of players who, because it was a free roll, aren't too bothered. Just wanting to have a bit of fun. So it's probably good for us to try and play it very tight. So I'm just going to fold the 3-2, obviously. I'm currently 4th now out of 8. 4th place is €43.75. So to be honest, anything from 8th upwards is going to be a very good boost to the challenge. All for free, like I've said before. Just remind people, if they want to join the challenge, or have a £10 free, you can join UniBet. There's a link in the description. Click on that, sign up. You get £10 free credited to your account straight away. You don't need to enter any credit card details. You also get these free tournament tickets, which, as you can see, in my first tournament ticket, it's the first one out of 4, so I've still got 3 other chances after this to make some money. I've made the final table, and I could be taking away €122 for no risk. In the cash games, I'm currently up to €50 from the initial £10, which is about €12.50. So currently doing fairly well, and it's all just been from money that's been given to me. I haven't had to deposit anything into this account. I'm going to try and see if we can make it to 1,000 without depositing a penny, and show you that it's, with the right attitude, it's fairly easy to make to make some decent money. So obviously the blinds are quite big now. So when I'm on the button, I do want to be playing quite aggressively, getting it in with quite a wide range, but not with 8-6. A lot of these hands now are going to sort of play themselves on this final table. It's going to be sort of shove or fold type hands. So yeah, he had to really shove Jack. I think he had to shove there with Jack 9, and he does hit. So well done to him. Oh, he's already all in. So yeah, 3-5 now. I'm more looking for suited connectors aren't very good now. Now I'm less than 10 big blinds deep. I'm just looking for high cards, things like ace, king, ace queen type hands, and similar to just shove it in. So there is a quite a bit of a luck factor at this stage of the tournament. Ace queen perfect, just what I wanted. Not going to take any messing around with raising. 60,000. I earn 20,000 if they all fold, so it's all good. He does get a call of 10s, and I hit my ace, which is very lucky. And if we can avoid a 10 on the river, so that was very lucky. As I said, as I just said before, a lot of this ends. Previously there is luck in the previous stage of the tournament. Once it gets to the final table, with blinds this deep, it's just a case of not making a mistake and letting other people make a mistake. There, neither of us made a mistake. I got the money in well. He pretty much had to call, and it was just a flipping situation, 50-50. I ended up winning it, and I'm now 3rd out of 7 players. So that's great. The worst I can go home with is €15.50, and my current position 3rd is €56.25. So that's a really positive start to the final table, getting that nice double up. Obviously it's not necessarily going to go that well throughout, but fingers crossed. And now there's 6 players in. Worst I can go home with is €23.75. Not bad for a couple of hours work with no risk. If you want to do the same, make sure you sign up. Definitely an offer worth taking. UniBet in general is quite a soft site. If you're used to playing on places like PokerStars, Full Tilt, all those top sites, if you move to UniBet, you can see your win rate probably rapidly increase, probably even 50% increase, or maybe even a double increase. I'm just going to call with Jack 10. I won't recommend it usually this deep, but against his range, I'm ahead of his range massively. I'm absolutely crushing most of his range. He'll limp up with a lot. Because the pot's so big, and I've got 3 of a kind, I'm just going to check and hopefully let him hang himself. So he puts out 10,000, and I'm just going to call. I think he's probably thinks I'm fairly weak, and now he sort of has to do that, and I think that's a perfect shove. Jack 9, and I'm ahead. Again, very lucky there to avoid the flush draw and just have a slightly better kicker than him, but I think it was the right shove, the right play to play it slow there, because a lot of the time he's going to have nothing on that board, and because there was so much money in the pot, he only needs to hit something, semi-hit something, and he's going to put his money in. Whereas if he doesn't have anything, he's probably not. So now I'm currently 3rd. That's a standard shove over that. He's got to call me with pretty much anything. That's poor fold there, but oh well. So now 5 players remaining. So the worst I can go with is €32.50, and my position is 3rd. So that's €56.25 if I manage to finish in 3rd. It's probably going to look to a lot of people watching this that I've been playing loads of these tournaments, and this is the only one that I've won in because I'm running really well, but I can promise you that this is the first one I've played in. As I can show you here, out of the 4 tournament tickets I got for signing up to this poker site, one of them's been used, which is the one I'm using now, and there's still got 3 left. So, obviously I've been running really well in this tournament, but if I can replicate what I've done in this tournament in the future 3 tournaments, I could be looking at making you know, €100 or even maybe €200 plus just from these free rolls. Absolutely no depositing needed. So which is quite outstanding to me. I think a lot of people need to take advantage of new site offers because they're a great way to not only improve your poker skill but play against weaker players and get yourself a good cash prize. So now we're down to four-handed, so the worst I can walk away with is €43.75, and I'm currently third still, so that's €56.25. Now it's four-handed and we're slightly deeper. I want to kind of get involved in a few more hands, especially when I'm on the button, because I'm just going to get blinded away if I start just folding everything. Queen two, I'm not going to be too bothered with that. I'm happy to let that one go. And this player line's quite shallow still, so you know, if I raise, I'm going to get shoved on quite a lot. So I don't want to be raised, sort of min raise folding often, because it's not going to be good for me. And to be honest, I can happily just let these players attack each other, but I just need to make sure that I'm not going to be getting absolutely crushed by them. I need to give as good as I take. So nines is a great hand to raise. If Shark is fish goes in with it, I'm going with it. If this guy goes with it, it's a tough one because we're often flipping, so I might just fold. Maybe I could have min raised there. This is a tough situation here. And I'm just going to fold because I think a lot of the time we're flipping, and I should have just min raised that. Now a lot of people will argue with me there against me and say you've got to take that with the nines. It's debatable, but a lot of the time I think we're flipping. He's got something like, you know, Jack 10 and above, so Ace King. There's loads of hands that we're flipping with or he's beating me with. I can't see him doing that often with eights. If he'd shoved all in, I could maybe call because he could do that with low pocket pairs as well. Probably should have min raised to cost myself not as much. If you let me know in the comments what you thought about how I played that hand, if you thought I should have gone with it and shoved all in, let me know. Okay, so Sharky's fish gets a double up, and that puts us under a bit more pressure, I think, because there's now three of us on a similar stack. So it makes it a bit more complicated. So, yeah. So 10-2, I'm going to hold. You know, I just think at this stage, these even though it's a fairly weak field, these four players, well, us four are going to be fairly solid players to have come through a 600 people player field, and I think that when he raises there, it doesn't really make sense for him to do it with anything worse than nines. Maybe eights or sevens he could do it with. That's about it. A lot of the time we're flipping. So we're getting back into the 10 big blind, 10 big blind area where I need to be just shoving. Once I get an ace or something, so Jack's perfect hand here. I'm just going to raise in the button because I think a shove looks super strong, and they often just fold. Okay, he just shoved all in, and I'm calling instantly. He has pocket sixes, so there you go. That's the type of hand where with sixes he can easily call there if I raise, but whether he'd call a shove, because as soon as I shove, he knows I'm flipping. I mean, it wasn't terrible play by him. It was a bit random play, I think. Personally, I'd have just folded it pre, I think, but that's just, I guess that's just what he decided to do. How did he decide to play it? I think, you know, how likely is it that I have an overpair there, but what am I going to call him with which he beats there? I don't know, probably not much. So he's 3x'd it, 10 jack. I can't really defend this deep, really. It'd be a shove over the top, I think, if anything. So I'm just going to give it up. If I gets folded to me, I'm probably just shoving on bad girl gone new. He's less than 10 big blinds deep. King 8 is a decent hand when he's 10 big blinds deep, or less than 10 big blinds deep. 6-3 is no point. So I'm currently first now. First prize is €122.50. Worst I can take away is €43.75, which is fourth. So any of those will be excellent for me today. Obviously, if you can cash for in tournaments, a lot of the money is in the top few places. So really, I want to be trying to get that first place. It's 43 for fourth, and it's almost triple for first. So you can see how the payouts increase rapidly at this late stage of the tournament. So I'm really looking to play my best here in the last stages and make sure that I get that cash. I think it's easy for a lot of people to just go, oh, I'm on the final table, or I'm in the last few, so just I can play relaxed and I can take it easy. But it's kind of the opposite. If you wanted to make some money, the real place you need to concentrate is when you hit the final table. That's when you need to really make sure you don't make any mistakes, because that's where you're making your money. Okay, I'm just going to fold that. No point in raising here. I don't like limping because they can shove over you easily. I don't really like getting in because you're always flipping. Okay, maybe not against stage 3, but oh look, results orientated. We could have called. No, I don't think. I think whenever I shove, I'm just getting called when I'm behind or flipping. I think when I limp, it's just terrible. I have to call for shove a lot of the time and flipping. And min raise, well, they're just going to shove it over the similar to a limp, but just probably limping is probably just slightly worse. So yeah, 10-4, not playing that. Okay, and now we're heads up. I didn't really see. Wasn't watching, I was just doing something on Twitter. Now I'm going to be playing quite aggressively. Maybe could have even raised Queen 3. I really want to make sure I've got my best chance of winning that top prize. Don't want to let myself blind out. There's lots of dead money in the pots because everyone's always posting blinds. There's obviously I can't really play 7-2, but everyone's always posting the blinds. There's antes in there. There's lots of money in the pot, so I want to be raising quite a lot. King 8 is obviously raising. If he raises me here, I'm just shoving. It's a fair enough shove. I mean, I'm not over the moon about it. A lot of the time he's got like 7s, 6s, 5s. But I've just had too much of the time, and it's just, we're so shallow that I've got to call it. And he's got ace-10, which is perfect pretty much for us. He hits the 10. Can I hit the jack? Oh no, I hit the king. That's perfect. I can't believe how well I'm running here. This is ridiculous. I mean, I was obviously ahead pre, so I guess I wasn't that ridiculous, but to get there on the river is pretty nice. Not going to be playing that. I want to try and put pressure on him now. I've got a slight lead over him. I know this guy's quite a good player. I've noticed him on the final table, playing pretty well. So it's going to be a tough match still, even though I got that double up. Right, he's just shoving. Maybe I could have not played 10-6. I haven't really got that many good hands apart from that ace-king hand. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to raise quite a few buttons here now. Now we're even stacked. We're both relatively deep. I've got about, over 20 bigs. Should be calling this. I've got top pair. This is an interesting turn for me. I think if he bets now and wants to go with it, I'm going to be struggling to be ahead. So I'm going to just check pot control. So pretty, I think he's got a lot of sixes there. I'm going to have to call this off because of the odds he's given me. And yeah, he's got nothing there. So heads up, I pretty much had to call there. But it wasn't the best, it wasn't the nicest of calls, wasn't the easiest calls to make. So now we're about 20 bigs deep, so there's going to be a lot of shoving. Well, quite a bit of getting it in. Okay, so I'm just going to be raising ace 8-4 there. It's not a bad hand. Okay, he's going to just shove. I still want to be putting pressure on him even though he's shoving, because it's kind of good to see if he's shoving, because it lets me make a decision whether to call or not. It puts me in an advantage position. What's happening here? Okay, so I think we're just going to take a break here for 5 minutes. So I'll start the video again when we're back.